I've tested more than 10 different TradeLocker brokers, and in this video I'm going to tell you why GateFX is by far the best. More specifically, first I'm gonna give you an overview of this broker, then I'm going to log in my account to give you a tour of the backend, and finally I'm gonna show you all the instruments that you can trade and the spreads that you can expect to get. If at any point during this video you also would like to try this broker, you can do so by clicking the first link in the video description. Using that link will allow you to create an account taking advantage of any bonus or promotion currently available. So, if you're serious about using the best TradeLocker broker currently on the market, I suggest you use that link. And now, let's start with the video. So, I'm currently on the home page of GateFX, and if we start scrolling down, we can immediately see a few of the main characteristics of this broker. Like for example, that they allow you to do lightning fast withdrawals, they give you access to institutional grade liquidity, so this means that you're gonna trade with the lowest cost per trade possible, and they give you access to a leverage of up to 1 to 1000. When it comes to accounts, currently GateFX offers 3 different types of account. You have a deposit bonus account, an STP standard account, and an ECN raw account. So when it comes to deposit bonus account, this account offers all the benefits of the ECN raw account plus a 100% deposit bonus. And later on in the video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to access it. When it comes to spreads, with this specific account, they start at 1.0 pips. The maximum leverage is dynamic and up to 1 to 500. The minimum deposit is just $10. The execution is ECN from tier 1 pool. The assets that you can trade are forex, metals, indices, and energies. This account is available both on MetaTrader 5 and TradeLocker, and when it comes to commissions, you're gonna pay $15 per round trip. When it comes to the STP standard account, in this case the spreads start at 1.0 pips, the leverage is dynamic and up to 1 to 500, the minimum deposit for this specific account is $25, the execution is STP from tier 1 direct, the assets that you can trade are forex, metals, indices, energies, crypto and stocks. This account is available on MetaTrader 5 and TradeLocker, and there are 0 commissions, so this means that opening and closing a trade is completely free. Lastly, we have the ECN raw account. This specific account has spread starting at 0.0 pips. The maximum leverage is dynamic and up to 1 to 1000. The minimum deposit for this specific account is $500. The execution is ECN from tier 1 pool. The assets that you can trade are forex, metals, indices, energies, crypto and stocks. The platform where this account is available are MetaTrader 5 and TradeLocker, and when it comes to commission, you're gonna pay $7 per round trip. Lastly, I would like to point out that beside giving you access to institutional grade execution, GateFX is also regulated and security focused. In fact, as you can read here, your funds are protected in fully segregated accounts with industry standard encryption and strict compliance procedures. So this basically means that whatever amount you deposit inside this broker is gonna be held in a separate bank account to the one of GateFX, so that if anything have to happen to this institution, your money are gonna be safe and protected, and you're gonna be able to withdraw them without any problem. After you register on GateFX, you're gonna be redirected on this dashboard where you have a full overview of all your accounts. And before start trading, you're gonna need to go through the Know Your Customer verification. But don't worry, because this is just a formality, since GateFX accept traders from all over the world. In fact, no matter if, for example, you are from United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Brazil, you're still gonna be able to use this broker and take advantage of their incredible trading condition. Now, after you complete your Know Your Customer verification, as I was telling you, you are gonna be redirected on this dashboard, and you're gonna have the opportunity to open a demo account, open a live account, or also deposit funds. Now, let's say that you would like to open a new live account. You just need to click on this button, and here, as you can see, you're gonna be able to pick the trading platform that you want to use. In our case, let's pick TradeLocker, and after we click continue, you're gonna be able to select the type of account that you want. And currently, GateFX is the only broker in the entire market that gives you access to a 100% deposit bonus when you're using this specific trading platform. So this means that if you select this specific account, whatever amount you deposit into it is gonna be immediately doubled. So after you select this account, you just need to select your currency, click continue, and the account is gonna be created. Now, at this point, you probably will want to fund it so that you can start trading. Well, if you want to fund your account, you can either click on this button here at the top, or if you go here on the left and click on the found section, as you can see, you're gonna have the opportunity to to deposit fund. So let's click on deposit fund. Here you can select the wallet where you want the money to arrive, and then you can select the deposit method that you want to use. Currently GateFX only support cryptocurrency, and personally I don't find this to be a problem, and in my opinion is actually a pro, because using cryptocurrency, this means that both your deposit and also your withdrawals are going to be processed almost instantly, and most importantly they're going to be available 24/7 every single day of the week. In fact, if now I show you all the withdrawals that I was able to make with this broker, I just need to click here where it says transaction history. So here is a list of all the withdrawals that I was able to make with this broker. As you can see, the status of all of them is approved. In fact, I never had any problem withdrawing money from this broker. The payment system that I use is crypto, that, as I told you, in my opinion is the best one, because it allows me to have really fast withdrawals, and most importantly it makes them available at any time. And personally I never had to wait more than 10 to 15 minutes to have the money deposited inside my crypto wallet. Now if we move here on the left side of the screen, there are a few more aspects of this broker that I would like to point out. So first of all, if you click here where it says downloads, you're gonna be able to download the TradeLocker trading platform, both for Windows, iOS, macOS and also Android, so that you can trade on whatever device you happen to use. Below it there is a section related to contest. Currently there is no contest available, but on the last one they created, the first prize was a MacBook Pro. So my suggestion is to always keep an eye on this section of the broker. And finally below it you have access to the economic calendar. This is nothing groundbreaking or new. In fact, most brokers also give you access to this type of information, but it's always nice where you can see them directly inside your backend. So now that I give you a full overview of the backend of this broker, let me log in inside my TradeLocker accounts that I have with GateFX to give an idea of all the instruments that you can trade and the spreads that you can expect to get. So this is my live TradeLocker account that I have with GateFX, and if we move here on the right side of the screen, here we can see the list of all the forex major that you can trade and the spreads that you can expect to get. And in my opinion these spreads are really good. In fact, all of them are single digit and they are really close to zero. In fact, for example, for Euro USD the spread is currently set at 1, USD JPY the spread is currently 4, USD CAD the spread is around 6, which is actually the highest in this entire list. AUD USD the spread is currently around 2, JBP USD also the spread is around 2. So when it comes to forex major, the spreads are really good. Now let's look for example at forex minor. So in this case, as you can see, the average spread is a bit higher compared to forex major, but most of them are still single digit, and in my opinion they are pretty manageable, in the sense that even if they are a bit higher compared to forex majors, you're still gonna be able to trade profitably with them. For example, if we look at Euro JBP, the spread is currently set at 1. If we look at JBP JPY, the spread is around 8-9, which for this specific pair is actually good, since it is really volatile, and on average what you will see is that the spread is higher compared to a lot of other forex minors. If you look for example at Euro CAD, the spread is around 8 or 9. Let's look for example at Euro JPY, the spread is around 4. So as you can see, also when it comes to forex majors, the spread are really good. Now let's look at forex exotics, which probably a lot less traders are going to trade. But when it comes to GateFX, as you can see, the spreads of course are higher, but you're still gonna be able to find some interesting opportunities. Like for example, if you look at the specific pair, the spread is actually pretty low, as you can see both from the number and also here on the chart. So also for example, when it comes to this one, again the spread is really low, and also on the chart as you can see the difference is not that high. So again, of course, a lot less traders are going to trade these specific pairs, but in case you are interested, I think that with GateFX you're still gonna be able to do it. Now let's look for example at metals. More specifically, let's look at gold, which is probably the most popular among all the metals. And so as you can see, when it comes to gold, the spread is really good. In fact, is usually single digit, as you can see here, currently sit at around 9-10, and sometimes when it becomes double digit is on the lower side. In fact, as you can see, is currently around 10, 11, 12, but most of the time, for what has been my experience, usually is single digit. Now let's look for example at energies. In this case, the one that I trade most often is US oil, and in this case the spread are pretty good and totally manageable. In fact, I also know a lot of other traders that use GateFX to trade this specific pair. As you can see, GateFX also give you the opportunity to trade EU shares and also US shares. So when it comes to EU shares, it's of course not all of them, but just some of the major ones, and same things when it comes to US shares. As you can see, currently they are not available simply because the US market is still closed, and so you're not able to trade them, but as soon as the market open, all of them are gonna be available and you're gonna be able to place buy and sell trades. Lastly, beside this, GateFX also allow you to trade indices. So let's look, for example, at the indices that you can trade here. We have the S&P 500, of course, we have the Nasdaq, UK 100, the Japanese index, the German index, US 30. So all the major and most famous index, you're gonna be able to trade them, and as you can see, also in this case, the spreads are relatively good and totally manageable. So there you have it. This was my review of GateFX, which in my opinion is the best TradeLocker broker currently on the market, not only because it offers really good trading condition, but because it's also the only one that gives you access to a 100% deposit bonus when you decide to use that specific trading platform. As I told at the beginning, if you would like to try them, you can do so by clicking the first link in the video description. Using that link will allow you to create an account, taking advantage of any bonus or promotion currently available. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, and until next time, happy trades!